What's going on, guys? It's Kyle. Welcome to the Stocko YouTube channel. In today's video, we're going to be covering some big things SoFi stock is working on right now. We're going to be covering the overall market, specifically that NASDAQ heavy-weighted technology and this massive correction we've been going through the past couple of weeks. And for that video I made yesterday on that bank charter denial, clickbait thumbnail, I want to apologize for the few people that it really did scare. But believe it or not, that video almost got a 90% like ratio, so almost a 9-to-1. A lot of people did enjoy what was inside of that video. That video did explain the back end of politics right now on, SoFi trying to become a 100% digital bank, trying to compete with these big boys. And there's a lot of politics right now with the OCC and FDIC people, trying to get in, quitting their jobs. There's a lot of politics behind it. But I want you guys to know I will not be doing any clickbait correlated to a bank charter license denial if it does not happen. So you don't got to worry about that any longer. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to smash the like button. Let's try and get the video past 1,500 likes. Be sure to drop a comment. Are you loading up on SoFi right now? What are some other stocks you're buying? And be sure to subscribe to the channel. Let's try and get the channel past 10,000 subscribers. Let's get into the video. All right, guys, because of the Fed's comments about, rate hikes coming very soon, technology, anything high multiple, anything non-profitable, continues to sell off. Actually, even some of the mega caps are correcting slightly. But as we can see, once again, the highest correction, of course, is that NASDAQ. I don't even really pay attention to the Russell 2000 no more because that thing has no correlation to anything. It's just nonstop trading back and forth. The NASDAQ is what is important right now for us to get these technology stocks moving. So we were down almost 1% once again. SoFi down 0.2 on the day, up 0.15 in the after hours. We just had another, early morning pump up 4%, slow bleed, pump, slow bleed. The stock is not correlating to anything the company is doing at all, and we know that for sure. So guys, this NASDAQ right now is extremely important. We all know what 8 stocks the NASDAQ is heavyweight. Google, Amazon, Microsoft, Nvidia, Amazon, and, a couple others. The NASDAQ right now is up 14% on the year. If we go over, to the 6-month chart where we can get inside a little bit, if we grab this peak right here and we pull it down, we have had a negative 7% correction as of today. But this correction has been going on for a while now. I mean, we're talking November 19th. We're going on close to 2 months very soon. And as you can see, it's just been nonstop at these low levels. So we're at about a 50-day correction in the NASDAQ. And of course, there's going to be a lot of bearish, hedge fund money managers out there that want a 20% correction. Companies are doing well. There's no reason to have a 20% correction. I think the coronavirus caused a 30% correction. So possibilities are anywhere in the 10 to 15% range, in my opinion. I personally would not mind a 10% correction. Remember that day we had this week where stocks went crazy low because of that 3% NASDAQ drop? If we get one more of those, the NASDAQ will have corrected 10%. That's very solid because there's really not a reason for these companies to be tank, 15% or more. I mean, everything's doing pretty solid on those 8 mega caps right now. So understand we could get 1 to 2 more weeks of downside, but what people are not realizing is I believe everyone's being, baited into selling all their growth stocks at the lowest level possible and going over into value. I just believe the money managers are just doing some quick trades, trying to get a little run up on that value until the tech companies come back. I believe the tech companies can come back right around earnings, okay? Earnings is what's going to turn around the tech sector. If there's blowout earnings, the NASDAQ is going to continue to move up with those heavy-weighted mega caps. So we could be looking at 1 to 2 more weeks of downside, okay? 10% correction is what I'm looking for. That's what I'd be happy with. So you can get those bears, those money managers off your back. So we could have a little bit more dip buying opportunity to do, especially in those early non-profitable tech names like a SoFi, okay? So we could have 1 to 2 more weeks of buying opportunity. As you can see, guys, SoFi is hiring all across, different states for margins and options. It looks like Jacksonville, Delaware, Utah, bunch of different states right now, guys. So this is great news heading into 2022, okay? They're going all in, trying to be the one-stop shop financial platform. lending, borrowing, investing, options. It just doesn't stop. It's going to put a lot of pressure on companies like Robinhood, where a lot of people just go to trade. Now people can go to trade on SoFi and have every other financial aspect that they need forever. So this is very big, okay? SoFi is expanding rapidly right now. And I want you to understand, I believe SoFi is being very patient because they don't want to get a bad name. They don't want to have a bad rap, with the margin and options heading to their company with those meme stocks and people losing a bunch of money, okay? They don't want that. So they're going to do it right. Probably have, high limits of, margin maintenance and stuff like that. So we will see, but this is great news for SoFi. Another reason why I believe the NASDAQ can really bounce back in the next, 2 to 3 weeks is because a lot of people buying, leap options, the past, let's say 4 to 6 months, they're buying those, for 2022, just 1 year leaps, not the 2023s. You have to see how much, open interest these leaps have, if they were buying them out, 6 months ago. A lot of people are down that bought months ago. And a lot of people are, right at the bottom right now that are buying now. So that could be good if you're buying 2023 leaps. So as you guys can see, January 21st, 2022 for Palantir, guys, we have 691,000 open interest, 300,000 puts. So after these, end up expiring either in the money or worthless, we could, clear up some room to make a run, the next 3 to 4 months. As you guys can see, there's 1 month right here, which is February, a month after, but not nearly as high open interest as the month of January 21st. We have Tesla right here, the exact same thing, January 21st, 700,000 open interest, and then it just clears up a little bit until March with the 100,000 and the 200,000. Nothing until June. So as you guys can see, the big money could be looking to make a lot of money, expiring all of these options before earnings, pinning everything down. And that's what's been happening the past 50 days with that NASDAQ. We'll just take a look at two more real quick. Same exact thing. We have NEO, 598,000 open interest, on the January 21st. And then it clears up all the way, to, wow, May, 200,000 for the next first 5 months of the year. So guys, these options, we need to get past these options. This is very, very important, okay? These are holding up stocks from moving. Big correction in all these tech names. And as we can see, SoFi, of course, we have 263,000 on the January 21st. And then it clears up all the way until April. We got 100,000 in April, but it looks like a smooth ride. Maybe they'll just let the stocks flow. They'll go back into tech right when, those earnings come up. So this is looking pretty solid in my opinion. So be looking for those dip opportunities anywhere before January 21st, the next 2 weeks. We could be looking at a 10% correction on that NASDAQ. And guys, to show you, the media is hiding these earnings from you. They have not spoke about earnings quite yet, okay? Palantir right here, we can see they reported earnings February 16th. That is literally, a month and a week away, 5 weeks away. Tesla last year, they reported right around January 27th. That's 3 weeks away. And we also have Netflix, okay? This is for this year. It looks like they're reporting in 2 weeks. So just to show you guys, earnings are right around the corner, anywhere from 2 to 5 weeks away. Companies are about to start reporting earnings, and you have a tech sell-off in the NASDAQ close to 7% right now. If we can get that bad boy to 10%, I'm telling you right now, big money is going to load up back into tech. Some of these companies have pulled back 50% or more. And yes, guys, even though we had a company like SoFi have a great earnings and a great guidance raise, it's just the Fed is tearing down that NASDAQ because of those interest rate fears, coming, in the first half of the year. But guys, I believe that stuff is being priced in right now when you're talking about stocks selling off 50%. So take a look at this specific day right here. November 19th is when the NASDAQ started that correction. If we go over to the SoFi stock real quick, we can see the SoFi stock started correcting 4 days before the NASDAQ. So the exact same time frame. And then boom, guys, 50% pullback, 40% pullback, somewhere in that range. This has been absolutely incredible, but understand that is correlated to the Fed and those darn interest rates that are killing us. I understand a lot of these small cap names that are extremely non-profitable are going to have extreme struggle, if their cash gets lower and lower. But SoFi has a lot of cash on the balance sheet, and I don't think, interest rates is going to affect them. We are trying to become a bank. Interest rates rising will allow them to make more profits on their loans. If they get a bank charter license, even more profits. I think things are going to look solid, but we need to get that bank charter license for SoFi to get more confidence, amongst the entire, new community investing in this company. All right, guys, just to summarize the video, NASDAQ is at a negative 7% correction right now over the past 50 days. 10% correction would be great, but when it happens, it will be painful for growth stocks. Remember, if it's going to happen, guys, we're going to get a 4% day or a 3% day in the NASDAQ. It is going to be nasty. You're going to see some of these tech stocks like a SoFi, Palantir, Lucid, Fubo, Square, PayPal. Those stocks are going to drop, 10% if the NASDAQ corrects an additional 3 to 4%. So that could be happening prior to those options expiring. Once again, earnings are starting in a few weeks. Estimate around January 21st is when these earnings are going to start popping off. That is right when those leaps that were purchased 6 months ago are going to start expiring. So everything looks like we could have a nice rally inside of 2022 at some time frame, because I believe those interest rates are getting priced in, and the high quality names, the high quality tech stocks will bounce back because big money hedge funds, they want to make money as fast as possible. The rally may happen in 2 weeks after all those 2022 leaps bought early last year expire. So I think it is time to load up before February, guys. We are getting off to one of the worst starts in investing history with that NASDAQ correcting 5% in just the first week. A total of 7% if you go back all the way to November, the midpoint. And then we have SoFi hiring for margin and options. This is a big catalyst that could be getting SoFi, hot if they get that bank charter license and they got the options and margins available. You know what SoFi is trying to do, guys. This could easily be a profitable company right now. The problem is they can't be profitable because they're trying to grow, okay? If they don't spend that $30 to $50 million each quarter or whatever on those, marketing commercials and stuff, they're not going to grow. I mean, let's say they just took away all of their marketing dollars. They probably could have a profitable quarter, guys, but we would see growth slow down anywhere from, 5 to 10% probably organic. We are expected to have accelerating growth happening next quarter, and I believe that magical number is 400,000 users for the Q4 2020 earnings report. If we get that, that is going to be an all-time high. That is going to be cross-buying happening in the future. If we get the bank charter license, cross-buying, people are going to want to be staying with SoFi forever. So I believe we could hit 400,000 users. I think the time to buy is now. We are at extreme low levels. All-time lows have been breaking left and right from 2021 on all these growth stocks. PayPal, Square, SoFi are some of the higher quality. It's time to be buying. You got to be patient. I believe we could have a 10% correction in the NASDAQ over the next, 2 weeks getting into these earnings. And if you made it to the end of the video, I want to say I really do appreciate it. I enjoy doing this video for you. Once again, you do not have to worry about any clickbait thumbnails correlated to the bank charter denial if that does not happen. But I might do some other funny clickbaits in the future not correlated to the bank charter. Once again, guys, we've been going through a 50-day correction in the NASDAQ. Now's the time to be buying up the dips on the high quality names. Even some of the value investors I saw on CNBC were saying it is time to get back into the growth. Of course, they're always talking about those mega caps because they believe those will never stop going up forever, and that is a possibility. But guys, it's time to be buying that newer innovation disrupting those mega caps, and that's a company just like SoFi. Great management. The management has been quiet, but as you guys can see, they are working on the back end, hiring for margin and options. This is great news. Bank charter license could be at the last mile. Some other analysts expect it to happen in the first half of 2022. We will just have to see. I really hope it gets done before the Super Bowl. We got some good news that the Super Bowl is, getting really, really confirmed happening in California. So that is more good news. I really want them to be a bank by Super Bowl, guys. That would be a massive catalyst to take this stock off heading into 2022. Once again, my name is Kyle. Hope you have a great day.